stream the language.
Well, we're back, folks, and it's been now, Liam, what?
About a week.
About a week. We sent Liam home with a little homework, and his homework was take 6 calls from one of the original calls all the way up to one of our new calls, one of our new back cut calls, and try to figure out which one works for you. What did you come up with?
The one we started with, the limb hanger.
Limb hanger.
Yep.
The original limb hanger. 2-reed prophylactic call, very easy to blow. And Liam's homework was to go home, get comfortable with the call, but main thing was learn how to get that one single note, and that call for you seemed to be the easiest one. Show me what you've gotten to, compared to last week, which was no sound at all hardly. You put that call in your mouth and immediately, you see people like the other day when it was your first time, you put it in there and you were searching of where it needed to go and you couldn't figure it out. And now that you've had 7 days, you went. It's one of those things, when you get it, you know where it's at. The first time I ever tried it, I was driving in the truck, and I realized when I got it where it needed to be. It's amazing when you learn that, how you just put it in, it goes right to it.
Yeah, it's like.
So did you practice just that one note?
Yeah.
And stayed there? You didn't try to get crazy. I know you did. All right, we're gonna move ahead on this. Now that you got the single note, the high note, let's practice the high and the low, which is the 2 notes of a hen wild turkey. It's a high and a low. It's all it is. Yonk, yonk, yonk. Let's practice that with you. Do the high. All you're doing is tongue, roof of your mouth. Just keep doing that. The boy's yelping. 7 days and you're yelping. It's not perfect,
No, not even.
but I guarantee you we give you 7 more days to practice that and learn how to speed it up, learn how to channel that air. The easiest thing about this call is there's really, the cut that's in it is minute. It's a very, very small cut. You don't have to channel it as much as you would with like a back cut or a multi-cut call because the cut's dead in the center. It's a V cut, so you're channeling that air right down the center of the call. So your homework for the next 7 days is to go home and practice that high, low, and then speeding it up until you get control of the air and learn how to make that flow right into a yelp. And what you'll do is you'll go from this so you're basically turning a slur into a high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, ho. Try it for me one time. Let's everybody hear what you sound like right now versus what they're going to hear in the next 5 or 6 days. The thing that I'm amazed with is last week when you started yelping, or you just put the call in your mouth and you showed me what you knew, is we've already broken you of one bad habit, which is probably one of the worst habits you can have. As you was doing this, you were going, you were puckering up your lips. That's already gone because you figured out how to get that sound without puckering your lips and making the sound chamber.
Yeah, it was really just figuring out where to seat the call.
Put it in your mouth and show me how fast you're doing that now. Look, last week it took you 30 seconds to get the call where you wanted it. It's all about repetition and practice that. It's not something that you're going to learn overnight.
Right.
It's not something that you're going to learn the first time you pick up a turkey call. And your best teacher, once you learn how to get that high and that low, your best teacher, once you learn how to control the airflow, is going to be the hen turkeys. Bar none, it's going to be the hen turkeys. And you've got a little bit of an advantage over a lot of people is you've got all this footage that we have in-house to be able to watch all that. But next week, we're going to listen and learn at what he's learned in the next 7 days based on the high and the low and bringing that yelp together. And then we'll move on from there and maybe even go to a little bit different call, maybe a different cut.
Yeah, for sure.